After we lost our baby, my husband Jake and I were drowning in a mountain of debt. I was also battling severe depression. But Jake, he was always there for me, always protective. He'd spend his days doing food deliveries and his nights driving for a rideshare, just scrambling to pay off what we owed. No matter how exhausted he was, the first thing he'd do when he got home was pull me into a tight hug. A year later, I thought I was finally recovering. But that day, when I saw a little kid playing by the roadside, I just couldn't stop myself from crying. Jake, his eyes bloodshot from exhaustion, suddenly snapped. Enough! You're not the only one who lost a child. Don't you think I'm hurting too? Who the hell is going to care about me? He spun around and stormed out into the rain, leaving me alone in the house. My gaze drifted to the utility knife on the windowsill. A chilling thought crept into my mind. Maybe I should just go be with our baby. The rain hammered against the windows, a relentless drumming, like someone desperately pounding on the glass. Jake was gone. The door slammed shut with a sharp bang. I stood frozen, the door still trembling slightly, and with it, my heart. Who the hell is going to care about me? His words echoed, twisting and tearing at my brain. He was right. Who did care about him? To pay for my treatments, to cover the mounting bills from the baby we couldn't keep. He worked himself to the bone, even running deliveries with a high fever. I was nothing but a burden. No baby, no job, and now I couldn't even offer him comfort. All I did was make his life harder. I turned my head, my eyes drawn to the windowsill. There it was, the utility knife Jake used for opening packages. The blade gleamed, an icy invitation. Death felt good. Once that thought surfaced, there was no suppressing it. If I died, Jake wouldn't have to pretend to be strong anymore. He wouldn't have to scrounge for leftover food to save money. Wouldn't have to plaster on a fake smile in the pouring rain, just for a few extra bucks on a delivery. And finally, I could go be with the baby who never got to call me mom. I walked over and picked up the knife. It was light, yet heavy as 1,000 pounds. Entering the bathroom, I locked the door behind me. After a moment's thought, I grabbed a towel and stuffed it under the door crack. I didn't want the smell of blood to escape. Jake hated the smell of blood. He'd always steer clear whenever he even saw a raw cut. I turned on the water and sank into the tub. The icy cold seeped into my skin, but I felt nothing. No chill at all. I took out my phone and opened Snapchat. At the very top, pinned to the top of my chats, was Jake. The last message was from him, sent that afternoon. What do you want for dinner tonight? I can pick it up on my way. Even then, he was still trying to cheer me up. I typed out a message. I'm going to a friend's place to clear my head. Don't look for me. My finger hovered over the send button for a long time. Finally, I scheduled the message to send. 8:30 p.m. By then, he should be home. He'd see the message, probably be a little annoyed, but also relieved. Without having to face me, he'd finally get a good night's sleep. My phone lay on the sink, its screen glowing, illuminating my pale face. I raised the knife, pressed it against my wrist, and slashed downwards. Once, twice. My skin peeled back, and bright red blood spurted out like a fountain. It bloomed in the water, swirling like grotesque red flowers, shockingly vibrant. I closed my eyes, leaning against the tub. The warmth was slowly draining from my body. My consciousness began to fade, and I seemed to see our baby smiling at me from the clouds, extending chubby little hands for a hug. My baby, mommy's coming, I whispered. Tears spilled into the bloody water. Mommy won't let you be alone over there anymore. Just before darkness completely swallowed me, I heard the rain outside stop. Good. The rain had stopped, and I stopped loving you, Jake. When I opened my eyes again, I was floating near the ceiling. My body felt impossibly light. I looked down and saw myself in the bathtub. My face was ashen, lips purple, the wound on my wrist gaping. The tub was filled with dark red water, still and silent. I was dead. The sensation was oddly peaceful. From outside the door, I heard the jingle of keys. Click. The door opened. Jake was back. He was soaked to the bone, hair plastered to his scalp, water dripping down his cheeks. In his hand, he carried a plastic bag, takeout from that corner diner, my favorite. He stood at the doorway, cautiously glancing into the dark apartment. No lights were on. He tiptoed in, changing his shoes, terrified of making a sound that might disturb me. Maya, he called out.